Welcome to another episode of Woody's Roundup Podcast. Hey, Woody.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey, how high does a sycamore grow?
I don't.
If you cut it down, you will never know. So we watched Pocahontas.
How can you tell? You can literally tell every episode what movie we've watched right before it.
Uh-huh.
Because that's it.
That's
how it's done. That's how we live in the Watts
This
house.
is the way. So
yes, it will be Pocahontas songs for the next 2 weeks.
what inspired us to watch Pocahontas was our recent vacation.
Yes. Wonderful vacation. Wonderful. What? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. There's more. I just was so happy about hearing the word vacation that I just lost all.
A couple months ago, Woody booked us a Airbnb, right? VRBO.
VRBO. Yeah.
What's that stand for? Vacation?
Vacation rental by owner.
Ooh.
Tell me something.
Okay.
But no, yeah, because we've been talking about it, like talking about needing a vacation, and the way my being self-employed goes, you just kind of have to find a window,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of got to just wait for the jobs to pay, and then it's like, okay, got it, let's go. And then that's what happened. I remember walking into your princess room, and hey, are you busy this week? Keep it open. And then so yeah, we booked a trip to Manio, North Carolina, which is basically the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's on Roanoke Island. So yeah, I booked it and we had a wonderful time.
So we went to the Lost Colony, and
That is something that I have been wanting to do
right.
my whole life. Going down there with my family, it's like you never take the time to do some of the, a lot of people do, but like I never did. Yeah.
Well, I think as a kid, you don't want to go visit the state parks, when you go to the
Yeah.
the beach. But as
No,
you get
Mom.
older, you appreciate the lighthouses. You appreciate the state parks.
Yeah,
and all that.
the historical things that make the area
Mm-hmm.
and not just the wings and the and the sensations and the
It's
yeah.
like King Candy or
Oh
something.
my gosh, that was a massive candy store.
Yeah.
For anybody that's been to Outer Banks recently.
So we went to the Lost Colony and we walked around. It's a different experience right now just because of COVID. They don't do the live action play kind of thing that you can
Yeah.
normally sit and see, which I've wanted to see, but it is right on the ocean.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Was walking around, didn't have the greatest pairs of shoes on, and
Well, we had all right. So, per reference, like this was our day to go explore Roanoke Island because, like, another day we went to Hatteras Lighthouse, another day we went to Duck. Today was Roanoke Island. Let's stay here. Let's look and see what this island has. So we go to the outdoor theater where they do the play, the Lost Colony.
and I took home a souvenir,
And she decided to bring
An
back part of the
an involuntary souvenir.
pier there.
I'm walking along these, ancient wooden like dock sides, and all of a sudden I just was like, oh no. And Woody was like, what happened? Because I kind of stopped in
I was
the
like,
middle.
did you find the Lost Colony? Oh, no.
No, but
Never
the Lost
mind.
Colony found my
Yep.
big toe, and so I got a gigantic splinter, and it was the worst. But it was memories made.
We sprung into action. Went and got the kit, went to CVS, went back to the condo. The condo was only like 2 minutes from
Yeah.
there. So it all worked out. But the theater was wonderful because no one was there.
Right.
Well, and I think, I guess we can say, we just went exploring. If we weren't supposed to, we know now. But yeah, we just walked around the set pieces that were there, and just it was kind of fun. It was just like, oh, this is neat. So.
And that inspired us coming home and just kind of bringing, like you said, back a couple memories, me bringing back a few Band-Aids. And we decided to watch Pocahontas. And I hadn't seen Pocahontas since literally probably 96, 97.
Same, yeah.
So
I barely remembered any of it.
And I'll randomly break into song around here. And so he's like, what is that from? And then I told him, I was like, it's Pocahontas, He's like, we need to watch that. We need to watch that.
Yeah, that was one of those ones during that time where it was just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't.
Well, we were high schoolers then.
Yeah.
And, you know, it only is so cool to be a Disney fan. Now in high school, it's completely different. But back when we were in high school, like we've talked about this before, you know, to be a Disney fan was to be a child, and we didn't want to be kids. So
no, I did not remember
closet Disney fan I was.
I just do not remember a lot of that movie. So some of it.
I'm telling you though, I literally have not watched it in 20 years. So, you know,
it was interesting to watch it now.
Yeah.
Like it really was. And,
yeah.
And not that it was tied to the Roanoke Island story, because
right.
it's not, but it's like settlers, colonists, like the whole kind of world, you know.
And when was the Lost Colony? What was that date?
1587.
So it wasn't that far off, because you know, Pocahontas was like 1607 or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't too. I think because I was doing research for an episode for Hill City Paranormal.
Yeah.
And then like the Lost Colony, gosh, that is just such a
interesting.
My gosh. Oh Lord, you can just get caught. There are so many podcasts out there. There's one that just he spent like 4 hours talking about it, and it was great. We listened to it on the way back. But you can really like all of these like settlement early colonist stories are absolutely wonderful, like to kind of dive into. But yes, that led us to Pocahontas.
So I thought we'd do an episode on Pocahontas, and I have a few facts that I think would be kind of fun. First off, just tell me how much. Let's see how well your cinema brain works. Tell me how much the movie made.
Oh gosh, I don't even. If I had to guess, it was one of the lower performing ones.
All right, just tell me.
Random guess, 100 and some million, 150 million.
Not bad. $141 million.
Thank you very much, box office guru right here.
That's just in the United States. Worldwide, it made about 346 million.
Yeah. Okay.
So I thought that wasn't
a mega hit.
Wasn't a mega hit. It was 1995, and in 98, the direct-to-video sequel. Remember that one?
Yes.
Pocahontas 2.
A New World.
Journey to a New World.
Yeah,
that came out. So I don't know how well. I didn't get any facts on, you know.
Well, that was like that again, that period of Disney where they would release them direct. And there was no which you and I think we've talked about it before. We are a huge fan of those direct to DVD sequels, because there was a period for a couple years where they actually released the Blu-rays of the original and the sequel together.
Mm-hmm.
And we would scour the Walmarts, because some of these movies were coming out of the vault.
Right.
You know, and then some of them had never been released this was before video on demand and all that stuff.
Right.
And so you and I, every Walmart, every Target we would go to, we were picking all of those up.
We were.
And because you would get the original movie, the sequel, you would get it in Blu-ray and DVD. It was a dual set. So then like we would keep the Blu-ray, and then my sister, who did not have a Blu-ray player and had kids, we would give her the DVDs of it. So, I remember.
You know, and we've talked about yard sailing those and different things because of now Disney Plus. But you know what?
No.
There's something collectible about them. And for me, it's like that whole nostalgia thing, even though it's crazy to think of Blu-rays as being nostalgic.
God, one day it will be, yeah.
But like, for example, you know, we might always have the internet.
Well,
it might go out. We better, and if I want to watch Cinderella 2, I'm gonna need that.
Well, I think that's important, because like I'm so dependent now on streaming, and we have like you can tell right around when the time got popular to buy online, because all of our movies kind of stopped on Blu-ray, and now they're all on Apple TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's been cases where we've lost internet for a night, and then we're like, man, what do we watch? And we have to pull something out of the archives, and it's like,
what was the last one we watched?
It's like physical media is not dead in my opinion.
Was it Cowboys versus Aliens?
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yes.
The Daniel Craig movie. Who? Harrison Ford was in it, and Jon Favreau directed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't really just go and search and find that just anywhere. So that was one of the last ones we watched.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd put together some of, some cool things that you may not know. We can discuss them. But, Pocahontas
Revisited.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I read that June 10th, 1995, it was released on the Great Lawn in Central Park. Did you know this?
Wow.
4 80-foot high screens screened the movie to an estimated 100,000 people, making it the biggest premiere in movie history.
What? I had no clue.
Isn't that insane?
Had no clue.
Me either. No idea. No clue, but I would have loved to have been there, right?
That'd been fun.
Wouldn't that have been fun?
Yeah.
So the idea for the movie was thought up over a Thanksgiving weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So co-directors Mike Gabriel, who shared directing duties with Eric Goldberg, wanted to do a Western romance.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And at some point, the name Pocahontas popped into his head over Thanksgiving dinner, of course, probably talking about the corn and the cornucopia and the Indians.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
And the two had
pilgrims.
been playing around with possibly doing an animated Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they went this route.
Well.
Yeah. So just a little fun fact for you.
Wow.
Another fun fact, every scene was rewritten at least 35 times.
Gosh.
That Susanna Grant, Carl Bender, and Philip Lazibnek, I guess that's how you say it, were just really picky. They really wanted a specific story outline. And again, Susanna Grant would go on to write Aaron Brockovich. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It's kind of fun. So it was the first of two movies that Christian Bale and Irene Bedard starred in about Pocahontas. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So get this. So Bale, which you told me this.
I told you. Yeah. Played
he
Thomas.
played the Thomas, the British settler Thomas in the feature. And then he portrayed John Rolfe in Terrence's 2005 live action film, which we haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then Bedard played Pocahontas in 1995, right? So she was the voice of Pocahontas. She played Pocahontas' mother in that film. So that's
fun.
pretty cool. 10 years later, yeah.
I'm a huge Christian Bale fan.
I like him too. I like him too.
He's the best Batman. So.
And so we'll stay on Bale for a second because he did, I guess he auditioned an Irish and a Scottish accent for Thomas.
He's pretty good.
But finally they were like, I don't know what to do with him. So they tried them. They tried out the accents. They tried making Bale sound younger than he actually was. Finally, they just said, you know what? We're going to make this kid 21 just like Christian Bale. So Bale actually set the tone for Thomas, not the other way around.
That's him. That is Bale.
So we all know Mel Gibson plays John Smith.
Oh, Mel.
And unlike some of the other characters, which we found out, because I was like, doesn't that sound like poo? And so Woody looks it up, and sure enough, Jim Cummings does
the singing part.
Does Powhatan's singing?
Yes, he does not do the voice acting. That those were done by Native American actors.
If he just would have said, "Do you want some honey?"
You can tell.
Can hear it.
There's a couple of songs where if you're watching, you're like, "Hold up, wait a minute." That is absolutely Tigger
Put
and
your
Pooh
red t-shirt back on, Powhatan.
But he did a good job of
did.
kind of blending, the voice actor, making them not sound too crazy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So Mel actually did sing. So he didn't have one actor to voice the dialogue and other do the singing. Mel did them both, which I thought was pretty cool. And then get this though, in the straight-to-video sequel, which we found out, John Smith was actually played by Mel's brother.
That is like a Disney thing because Tom Hanks's brother does the voice, like all the toys and like the video game stuff of Woody.
Really?
So Tom Hanks's brother is like
That's
the Woody
cool.
voice outside of the movie verse. So
and I will
fun.
say that what would be funny is to have Stephanie on here one time.
Oh, y'all sound just alike.
And see if people know.
Stephanie is Laura's sister, by the way.
Yeah.
So on the phone, there is, there.
Which
like,
is so odd.
You're
because
like, wait a minute. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, because as old as we are,
Yeah.
I mean, she just turned, oh gosh, how old is she? She just turned 40.
Yeah.
And so like, it's funny because I'm 30, I'll be 39, right? Or would I be 39? What am I?
Ish.
Yeah, we'll go there. No, she's 39. She's not 40 yet. I'm getting myself ahead. But anyway, we do sound alike, but we don't even like talk that often, but it's funny because you just never change.
Yeah.
Your voice never changes. Okay. Moving on. If I Never Knew You. So if I never knew.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
So that was cut from the original film.
Oh.
But they did the, you know how Disney does those big sort of screenings for everyone. Well, they do them for kids,
Yeah.
and I think an overwhelming amount of kids said this is boring, so they cut it. And so they didn't really care between the ballads. So then, however, you know what Disney did? They're like, man, we don't care about these kids.
We made that scene. It's going
It's
in the
going
movie.
back because y'all are picky. The scene was restored when it aired on ABC in 1997, and it was a huge hit. So for the 10th anniversary DVD, it was brought back.
Yeah, come on, Disney, don't listen to them kids.
For real. I mean, who needs kids? Disney? Disney needs kids, right?
Yeah.
So Grandmother Willow was actually supposed to be Old Man River.
What?
Yes. So the filmmakers wanted Gregory Peck to play the Old Man River, but Peck said no.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they went with Grandma Willow.
So, yeah, they needed
Grandmother.
Pocahontas needed a mother figure.
Yeah. And I'll have to say, like, when she first came on, I didn't. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a talking tree in this.
Yeah, you forgot about her.
Man.
You forgot about her. So, I thought that was pretty interesting. This is number 9, by the way.
Okay.
John Candy was going to be the voice of a turkey named Red Feather.
Oh, and see, that would have been fun.
Yeah, when Candy passed away in 1994, yeah, the animators and writers decided that it was a good time to scrap the idea of Pocahontas having talking sidekicks.
And that's a smart decision given the movie.
Yeah.
After seeing it now, it's like, I didn't need that.
Yeah, but I would have liked to have seen a talking turkey by John Candy.
John Candy would have been. It would have been.
Yeah. Okay. So Percy, the pug, was actually really the only historically accurate thing in the movie. During their research, Gabriel and Goldberg found that British royalty during the early 17th century carried small pugs with them.
Aw, pugs are so ugly. They're cute, though.
You know, I think
They
that
are
was
precious.
British royalty.
Yeah.
And Gabriel came up with the Flit character, the hummingbird, after he couldn't help but noticing all the hummingbirds that liked to call his backyard home.
Aw.
It's pretty funny. So, like, let's say you're writing a Disney movie right now.
Oh, boy.
What would you put in it?
You mean for like a sidekick?
Yeah.
If
it was dependent on your life right now. Like,
oh, my gosh.
the circumstances of your life.
Bigfoot. Like, I would have a Bigfoot and an alien and a ghost.
Yeah, okay.
I've got my Disney movie
That's
in mind.
right, that's
Disney,
right.
you call whenever you want a Hill City Paranormal movie. I've got one in the bank.
So Stephen Schwartz, the movie's lyricist, okay, he wrote Godspell and Pippin. That's pretty legit. He based the Blue Corn Moon. He says he based it on research. However, the phrase was his own. There is no such thing as a Blue Corn Moon, even though Woody said Blue Horn Moon.
From the beginning of time, when this movie came out, thought it was Blue Horn. And I didn't know till tonight when I was like, all right.
He
Corn?
paused.
Is it corn or horn? And Laura's like, let me say how you said it. You were like, it's horn. I was like, no, that didn't answer my question. Like,
I did not.
I heard horn again, and I was like, it's horn. No, corn. And I was like, oh, well, that didn't. Okay, I just thought it was horn. I don't know why. I thought a blue horn had some significance too, but clearly I was wrong.
So we both know, and we both talked about how it wasn't really based on history.
No, not well. All right. So the funny part is like Disney should not tie themselves to historical stories ever.
That's true.
Just don't do it, Disney. Don't do it.
That's
just
right.
go complete fantasy, like make up. But yeah, you're right. It's not historically accurate whatsoever.
Right.
Like not really even a
Because
little. But
Pocahontas was like 10. What was she like?
She
10?
was like 12.
10
she
when
was
she
12.
met him. They never were romantic.
No, John Smith, and I think it was even now. Historians listening to this, correct me. My Wikipedia research, that's about as deep as I went. Like Pocahontas, like there's some even like debate whether or not she actually saved John Smith. Really, like it may have all just been a part of a ritual, and he wrote about the story later, and that's where like the legend came from. But the truth was like that. Yeah, I think she may have saved him, but then she later married this other guy, and then had kids. Came over, back over to the motherland. But she died like when she was like 21.
Hmm.
She did not have a long life. But I
Yeah.
mean, I think the spirit of her was in the movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like her like
Well, I mean, her real name wasn't even Pocahontas.
no, yeah, it was like
I think
Rebecca. They
no,
gave her the English
they
name
gave
Rebecca.
her Rebecca, right, when she married John Rolfe, but her real name was Matoaka.
Wow, see?
Yeah. Pocahontas is a nickname which means the naughty one or spoiled child.
Well,
I feel like we should call that to our dog. Where's she
we
go?
have 2 Pocahontases.
No,
Yeah.
we don't. We just have one.
So here, all right. So here's my thing, right? Like, I think watching Pocahontas now, right,
Yeah.
was interesting because one, we aren't kids like looking at a Disney movie going, oh.
Right.
One, I really did appreciate it. Like, I love an old school Disney movie,
Mhm.
and this felt old school. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, man, like what cool rides could come of this movie. But then I got to thinking, I was like, they'll never be able to do
No.
really anything like that because of the fact that there is like some historical stories that they pull. I don't know. It just depends on how people would react. Like, does it have to be closer to the source material for people to accept it, or is that why maybe they don't bring it up a lot? Like they don't have a lot of.
But it's funny because you still see so much Pocahontas like references in merchandise.
Yeah.
You still see a lot of, like for example, like Jim Shore and Thomas
Yes.
Kincaid and all these sort of big name artists who still continue to depict, Disney characters. Pocahontas isn't lost.
No.
She's still very much in there. And I think, I just think it's kind of a beautiful movie. I think seeing it now, I keep thinking, was this the way it was when I watched it? Did I miss some of the more pretty things, or were they added? I kind of went through that. Was it reimagined or remastered? I guess I should have done my research on that, but do you think so?
No, I think it was I think that you can tell if you sit and watch Disney movies by the time period,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell where the animators were exercising their growth in the
Okay.
movies. And in this one, I really do think one, the colors, two, there was a lot of wind and a lot of shading in this movie.
Did you say Colors of the Wind?
Oh God, here we go, y'all. It's one, and that is one of the better, like one of the
Yeah.
better Disney song. Like that's an iconic song.
Mhm.
So I think, and in this movie, you could just kind of tell they were the colors were great. Even I noticed for 95, like the shadows, like when she was crawling up the rock and the tree was over, you could just tell they left shadows on her leg. And for animation, it's like, oh wow, okay, you can see where they're growing, and I don't know, I think that I would love to see a Pocahontas ride now. Like I think that they like one based on the song with the wind and a canoe would be just awesome and amazing. But like you just wonder, like would Disney ever, like you
If
said,
if Disney pushed a more nature loving, conservation type pitch,
yeah,
I think you could see it. I think it would happen. They couldn't push a Pocahontas appreciation because I think that would get some sticky area. People would want to, savages, but
yeah.
I think,
I mean, there's some, yeah, like there's some like,
but I think if people went at it as she really had a lot of good things to say,
yeah,
when she was singing that song, it was like all of a sudden you appreciate
yes,
the rainstorm and the river are her brothers. There's certain lines in that are still ringing universally true today. And it's like, if it's about conservation, if it's about saving the planet, all of that, Disney could get away with it, especially in Epcot possibly, but it would have to be like, I could see Pocahontas reimagined in like a recycled t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they'd have
No,
to go at her
I
as
agree.
like she's her own entity. She's not trying to reflect the movie.
or like really like after watching it now, and I guess this is just again like you really didn't even need the John Smith love story.
No.
Like they could have completely done it without them being like romantically
Yeah.
attracted to each other.
Sure.
Like it would have been like I would have been completely okay, which is I don't know, is that like watching it now versus watching it 30 years ago? Like now I'm just kind of like Nah, I mean, she really didn't have to love him. Like, I'd have been okay, like, just her standing up and being a peacemaker between two people. Like, that would have been a wonderful story. Not that it wasn't wonderful already, but just like, you can just kind of see the stuff that, like, oh, you could have left this out, you could have left this out, and it would still been a great. And I think that now, if they did do a ride, yeah, make it all about her, Miko, and
Flit, yeah.
Flit, like and Percy. Have Percy in there too, but just make it all about her and like nature and
Yeah.
that. Like you can actually just leave. Which and one of the things before I forget that really did kind of it didn't annoy me because I'm not that type of person watching a movie, but like Mel Gibson was the only American accent, and it was just kind of like guys,
Yeah.
like you got Christian Bale, like you can't get like a James Bond actor or somebody to come in.
Right.
Like Mel Gibson must have been his like Lethal Weapon like
Oh
time
yeah,
when he was
on.
like it was. But
I think they thought they needed Mel.
no,
They
no
thought
way.
they needed Mel.
Gosh, no, because like I was like watching. I'm like, if anything, nothing against Mel or any actor individually, but if anything, watching it's like he kind of takes you out of it a little bit. Like it's a little like, wait a minute. Are they on the English ship? Okay, he's not. So he's an American. No, he's not American yet because America technically doesn't exist. So everybody should sound like Thomas, correct? But then you got Billy Connolly over here,
Oh,
the
I know.
Scottish, and it's
Yeah.
like, what are y'all doing? Like, where are we going with this? You know?
So I think Mel Gibson and Connolly, I saw something where they got together because of Pocahontas, and he cast him in Braveheart.
Oh,
Like
well,
he
that,
wanted him to
okay.
be in Braveheart.
Now that makes sense.
Isn't that
now that's
true?
awesome.
That's cool. So maybe if nothing else, it was just a match made for that.
Oh yeah, but it's just funny like how much times have changed where you need that big name actor then, but like now it's kind of like I think finally they're going to like, all right, what's the best
Yeah.
voice for this character? Like I feel like Frozen nailed it. I feel like Tangled nailed it. Tangled nailed it better than any other. Like Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi, right? That's his name, something like that. Like those voices fit. And not that they're not famous, but they fit. Like this one though, like Mel is just like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I nitpick though,
But I
but it's a great movie. It's still great. It holds up.
Yep.
It holds up.
I think now it's so changed. Now it's like you see those little shorts and there's no voices at all. There's no mention of actors that are coming to play certain roles or parts. It's like you see the little short for Up and you go, oh my gosh. And you get so excited for the story that you now forget about the actors.
Exactly.
And that was a time when it was like these actors, like, you know, like you said, Tom Hanks, Mel Gibson, oh my gosh, all the big names of the 90s. It's like Halle Berry. If they weren't in a movie, that movie wasn't going to make any money.
But like now it's like, but
now it's like, who cares who's saying what voice and singing what song? We just want the story, Disney.
That's
We
it.
just love it.
Well, even I feel like Little Mermaid, like that did not have,
No.
that didn't have any like banner, and that was wonderful. Same with but see, I think it started changing with, and I don't know this for a fact. This is just me rambling. Like with Robin Williams and Aladdin. Now, without Robin Williams, it wouldn't have been the same. But like, you know,
Do you
then
know Jim Carrey was supposed to play that part?
I could see him doing it, but he wouldn't have been Robin.
No.
There's no way.
No, it would
There's
not
no
have
way.
been the same.
No.
And I'm telling you, there is no Aladdin without Robin for me.
Yeah, he is like, yeah.
But what I totally agree because like even with The Lion King,
Yeah, it was all
Jonathan
famous,
Taylor Thomas. You're like,
yeah.
do you really
James
need
Earl
him?
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get it. We love those movies.
Which they are great voices. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, you can't have Scar and not be Jeremy Irons.
That's right.
That's absolutely right. But for this one, like,
And don't forget about Whoopi.
she was great. I mean, they're
She
great though.
was.
I wouldn't want to change them. This one, like, I'd have been totally okay with like some random James Bond actor
Right.
doing the voice and like instead of Mel, the slow-mo cartoon camera angles with Mel. It's like, and then like not to knock Mel now, but like you see Mel now in his career, and it's just like it doesn't have the same effect, you know.
It doesn't
but
carry the same
it
weight.
doesn't. But it's a great movie. The colors, the animation, I felt like watching a classic Disney movie. Like it was like it was awesome. I wish they would do a ride, but who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, it might get a new renew. It might get a new vibe. It might get a new push. But for some reason, I see it staying as one of those vaulted
Yeah.
Disney.
Like Hunchback, right?
Yeah.
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 Hunchback will never get a ride.
No.
Unfortunately. But you know what?
No.
I'm still holding out hope for an Emperor's New Groove ride. I think everybody who's listening, I think if we push hard enough, we might just get an Emperor's New Groove something. It needs to happen.
It does.
But not to take away from Pocahontas. I'm just saying, if we can't have Pocahontas and we can't have this movie, then Emperor's New Groove is a pretty good movie to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Well, that about wraps it up for us and our poking at Pocahontas. That's pretty funny, huh?
That's the name of the episode.
And you guys, thanks so much for listening. Check out our new website. Don't forget, we have the option for you now to leave us a message. Tell us your favorite Disney story, Disney memory. We want to share it online if you don't mind. And we'd also like to share it on our podcast.
Yes.
So go to our website, woodiesrounduppodcast.com. Leave us a voicemail. We would love that. And we will catch you guys on another episode.